Welcome back to Planet J Heretic, and today we're delving into the cornerstone of political philosophy, the purpose of government and its role in safeguarding individual rights. Grab a cup of coffee, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's jump into it. Before we dive into today's topic, let's quickly revisit the roots of the United States, particularly the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. These foundational documents emphasize some powerful ideas about individual rights and the role of government. The Declaration of Independence boldly declares that we're endowed with certain unalienable rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Keep in mind, unalienable means not transferable to another or not capable of being taken away or denied. It goes on to say that governments are instituted among men to secure these rights. This idea reflects a philosophy known as classical liberalism, emphasizing limited government and the protection of natural rights. But here's the twist: it's not just about enforcing laws for the sake of it. The primary purpose is to safeguard individual liberties. Enforcing laws becomes a means to this end, not the end in itself. It's about creating an environment where people can live freely while maintaining order. Simply enforcing the law of personal respect, having nothing to do with malum prohibitum victimless crime ordinances that serve only to protect their control grid. It is essential to recognize this pitfall. Governments, in the pursuit of maintaining order, most often pass laws that deliberately violate the very rights they are supposed to protect. Think of cases where due process or other fundamental rights are compromised under the guise of political necessity. For instance, if you do not have the right to do something, then it is common sense that no other, costume or not, has the right to do it. Theft is theft, murder is murder, racketeering is racketeering, and so on. There is no room to justify anything for government's sake when it intends to deprive the people it swore to serve. Let's look at some historical and real-world examples. Whether it's the fight for civil rights or debates about privacy and surveillance, we see governments either protecting or, at times, purposefully infringing upon individual rights. It's a dynamic interplay influenced by different interpretations of these foundational principles. One side says that government is infallible and must be the overbearing ruler of mankind, and on the other side, just the opposite. Now, I know some might argue that strict enforcement of laws is necessary for societal well-being, and that's a valid point. But it is only valid in the face of rights violations. If there is no purposeful or criminal negligent violation of one's rights or property, there can be nothing to controvert over in court. The violation of a state code, regulation, or rule is not the assertion of rights as is required by law to create standing. This is why to have a case or cause of action, a plaintiff, in this case state of whatever state named as plaintiff, must plead the violation of a legal right it suffered. The duty of this court, as of every judicial tribunal, is limited to determining rights of persons or of property, which are actually controverted in the particular case before it. Tyler versus Judges of the Court of Registration, 179 U.S. 405, 21 SCT, 206, 208. This puts the state into a tough position, as the right to face your accuser is a fundamental right in any and all criminal trials. However, the state is not the accuser or the victim in any case, as the state does not exist. You cannot face the state who accuses you. It is not the dirt, it is not a real living man, woman, or other pleading the violation of rights where loss or damages is the result of another's actions against them. The basic elements of a case or cause of action is the violation of a legal right and loss or harm. The alleged plaintiff, state of whatever state, a legal fiction at best, ostensibly acting through cop or prosecutor, has not pled any violation of a legal right or harm. The allegation is of a violation of a statute or other malum prohibitum law. Legally, there is no cause of action. A cause of action is some particular legal right of plaintiff against defendant, together with some definite violation thereof which occasions loss or damage. Lucky v. McCall Manufacturing Company, 152 So.2 D 311, 314, Sewall v. Martin, 452 So.2 D 625, 626. And we are still left with the fiction called state. It is the assertion of state laws applying to whosoever is physically within the state. If the state is named as plaintiff, then the state is not a physical location. If the state is not a physical location, then how could it be proved beyond a reasonable doubt or by preponderance of evidence that you are physically located in the plaintiff? If it cannot be proved you are physically located in the plaintiff state, the case shall be dismissed for lack of both subject matter and personal jurisdiction. For those of you new to legal versus lawful concepts, the point here is basic: no victim, no crime, no case or cause of action, and that state loses every case before it. I know it is a lot for you right now, and if you troll below, we will all at least get a good laugh, and we will know who is loving the boots of authority upon their own neck. To sum it up, the idea that governments are established to protect individual rights is at the heart of political philosophy. It's a concept that shapes societies and sparks discussions about the delicate balance between individual freedoms and societal order. It's also a reminder to stay vigilant against laws that may inadvertently violate the rights we hold dear. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. What are your thoughts on the role of government? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'm called ChatGPT, signing off. Peace out, mofos.